first thing first, we are very honored to be here to talk at Black Hat Europe 2019. We really appreciate it. We are from Panasonic headquarters, Osaka. We fly 12 hours from here. And we are doing product security, in charge of the product security right now. More about us, let me introduce myself. I'm the founder and head of the Panasonic PCERT. I'm doing IoT security for 15 years. And also honored to be received ISC Square Information Security Leadership Achievement Award last year, which actually I didn't get CISSP holder, but I got the prize. That was good. I think they're a good organization. And I'm also a Hack in the Box review board member. And as you can see here, you can see the red face, long nose, Tengu. Have you ever heard that? Yeah? Actually, I'm being assigned by Shrine that I'm going to be Tengu. So this is me 2 months ago. Yeah, so please call me Tengu maybe from now on. And Yuki-san, dozo.
Thank you. Hello, I'm Yuki. I work for Panasonic as well, and in charge of product security in APAC region. I'm very excited to have a chance to give a presentation here at the Black Hat. So hopefully all of you enjoy our session. Thank you.
All right, first thing, background. Actually, Panasonic, we not only making the TVs, we making a lot of things. For example, car system, and also airplane entertainment system, which is 80% share of us. And also we have the autonomous car, and Internet of the cold chain, and also Internet of the bike with the Harley Davidson. So we're doing many things, which is all connected to the Internet. And the thing is, the attacks is increasing every year, and 48% is targeting the IoT devices. Moreover, IoT malware, the malware of the IoT is going to be increasing. This is the data from the Kaspersky. I think it's going to be triple every year, which is very, very scary. IoT malware, I think you heard of the Mirai. I think 2016, October happened. And this is IoT malware is going to be like a bad guy trying to infect the IoT devices at home. And after that, being infected, then those, they're gonna spread everywhere. They're finding IoT devices, the vulnerable IoT devices everywhere. And after that, once the bad guy decide to attack, they're using the C2 server to attack one place, like bad guy trying to attack using the IoT devices to attack. While we are manufacturer side is very not good is we are victims because being compromised, but after that going to be unknowingly become the attackers, so which is bad. And also this is a Japanese government issue that Japan government changed the law, internet law. They, for only maybe the limited period, only 5 years, they changed the law to allow scanning your home IoT devices, whether they are vulnerable or not, and they're going to report to the users. So this is very special case. And I think other countries also trying to do something about IoT security as well, because they are very scared right now. So what we are doing existing Panasonic activities on product security, well, we call product security. Everybody call it IoT security, but internally we call the product security right now. And in Panasonic, we have three security here. First is IT security. It's like a regular InfoSec. And the targeting is the information system, website, intranet, mail, or something like that. We are here, product security, for the customer's product. We are trying to secure the product security. And third, manufacturer, like factory. We have more than 300 factories all over the world, and we need to secure them. Otherwise, we cannot production, right? So Actually, manufacturer, we have many security to deal with. So first, IT security, product security, factory security. And we have the third. We're going to collaborate. IT security, we have the C cert, and we have the P cert, and factory, we have the F cert. And then we collaborate each other to save our Panasonic issue. So all these three, cyber security, we call cyber security right now. Our philosophy for the product security is to secure the users and to save our brand. We have two pillars here. First is minimize the risk, and second, incident response. Those two can secure the product. So this is the product life cycle here. Like when you have planning, design, implement, and after testing, you are in use on the shipping. And after you discard, you don't use it, right? And all the phases, we do security activities. For example, when you are planning for making IoT devices. At that time, we don't have prototypes, so we just have the paper to threat analysis. After that, when we go to design, we do the secure design. And also, when you implement, we do the secure coding or static analysis. Before shipping, we do the vulnerability testing, security testing as well. And this green stuff is before shipping, and we're gonna try harder to minimize the risk. Not gonna be 100% secure, but maybe 80% or maybe 90%, but not gonna be 100% secure, but we try. After that, if something happen, we're gonna deal with the incident response to have firmware updated or something like that. So let me introduce security testing. Actually, our company, we have some white hacker. They are hacking your own devices every day. So we've been doing this for 10 years, more than 10 years. I think we have more than 1,000 devices we've been tested. And we found 10,000 vulnerabilities. Don't worry, before shipping, so we already fixed. But the thing is, we still can find vulnerabilities more than 10,000, right? And not only we test the devices, we also do the cloud server side, IoT, using for the IoT. And also, sometimes if you use the IoT device, you need to download the smart app so that you can control. So we also need to test those applications for the smart. And also hardware. Not only software, we also testing the hardware side. And after shipping, if something happened, we had a Panasonic P-cert. We built this 10 years ago. If something happened, if you reported vulnerabilities, we have the window here. And from outside, maybe the government or security organization or other security entities or white hackers or bad people, whatever, they're going to report to us or we found, and we're going to deploy to our business unit so that they can handle it. And that's it. And also, we not only sell in Japan, we are global-wide. So we assign those people as a security professionals, deal with our incident response. Some of them are first steering committee member, and some of them are CVE board member, and some of them are sometimes a government advisor. So they are very, very professional, and they can deal with those issues for the incident response. And still, I just explained that when you are before shipping, we do many things, not only security testing. After that, we're going to do the incident response. This is going to be the next step. We call the Panasonic IoT Threat Intelligence Platform. And Yuki is going to explain more details, so we're going to switch to him, okay?
Okay, so now I'd like to introduce our current project. So far, we are doing many security activity based on our product lifecycle, as mentioned before. So can we say, is it enough to protect our product? No. We are still facing some challenges. Evolving cyber attack method, attacks targeting specific product, increasing number of IoT malware, and cost of security. Because we are not a security vendor, but a manufacturer, so we need to consider about the cost of product. So of course, we understand that security is very important, but we don't want to spend too much money to keep security. To address these challenges, we have designed a platform to collect and analyze threat information against IoT. Here's the overview of platform. The platform consists of 3 parts. The first one is collection. We collect many information like attack malware by using our home electronics, targeting our product. The second part is analysis. We try to analyze IoT malware characteristics. The third part is protection, IoT device protection. Our final goal is to make our product more secure. In the next few slides, I'd like to talk more about each part. Okay, this is the first part, collection. Now, currently we are operating 2 types of honeypot. The one is software honeypot, which is quite common nowadays. And the other is a special one. We call that physical honeypot. We deploy our real appliance as a honeypot. And we collect attacks, malware targeting our devices. And because we are a manufacturer, we can deploy our product under development as well. Currently, we have 2 observation points. One is in Japan, and the other is in Taiwan. So currently, we are trying to make more observation points to cover global. For example, EU, the US, China, India. The second part, analysis. We made an IoT malware sandbox to analyze IoT malware. We are doing a behavior analysis of collected IoT malware. And we apply automation to every process from collecting malware by honeypot and behavior analysis by sandbox. And we collect a lot of log information, and we are doing statistical analysis. So far, we are operating honeypot system 2 years. During 2 years, we collected more than 30 million attacks and 22,000 malware, 4,000 IoT malware. And the interesting point here is we observed some malicious file put on our real devices. I talk this case later in this session. Okay, some examples of our analysis. Attack trend by country during 2 years. You can see the attacks from China and the US increasing suddenly from this year. And more than half of attacks are coming from top 3 countries: China, US, and Russia. In this chart, we are focusing on our physical honeypot. Currently, we have 9 physical honeypot devices, and you can see not all of the devices are facing attack. Only top 4 devices are being attacked so often. Security camera, intercom, and video recorder, home camera. The reason is those devices are running a major protocol that are being often attacked, web, UPnP, SMB, for example. Attack protocol in this year, you can see 3 peaks, April, July, and August. 2 of them are attack against the UPnP, and the other is against the MS SQL Server. Here's the attack sources by country. You can see the same peaks in this chart as well. The attacks are coming from China and the US. This is a trend, IoT malware trend. 75% known malware, but 25% is unknown malware. And there are no correlations between the number of attacks and the number of collected IoT malware, because most of attacks are just scanning. That makes sense. And IoT malware, we focus on Linux malware, and most of them are targeting PC or server. But 21.5% are IoT malware, which is targeting ARM or MIPS devices. Okay, this is an interesting case, physical honeypot. Because we deploy our physical devices as a honeypot, we intentionally disable security functionality of our product. We disable password authentication on shared folder, then someone put malicious file on that shared folder. We observed 3 cases. The first one is most interesting. Malicious file related to Samba CRY vulnerability. The second case is probably someone just testing a shared folder. And the third one is Windows malware. So now I focus on the first case. Here's how an attacker tried to get into our system. At first, he listed a shared folder on our device. Then he tried to upload the payload of Samba CRY. It's malware to our shared folder. After that, he tried to load the payload onto our Samba server on our device, but the attack was unsuccessful. And finally, he tried to delete every malware on our device. Another example of our analysis, IoT malware, we named it Hakai PB, which was Mirai variant. It has some functionality, some scanning functionality. The scanning targeting a specific product, specific device. And also, it has a telnet scanning by using a password list. The password list was encrypted by very simple encryption, XOR. And has some capability for DOS attacks. Okay, next step. So far, we already built our honeypot system, and we are doing malware behavior analysis by sandbox, and we automate every processes. So the next step is to protect the devices, IoT device protection. Currently, we don't have exact answer to make product that resilient to malware, but we have some ideas to do that. For example, integrating the platform into our security testing, because we have a security team in our company, so we can utilize the valuable information collected by the platform to our security testing. So maybe it's possible to make automate security testing, for example. And the second one is we feedback the information to developers. Because we are a manufacturer, we can directly reach out our product developers. So we can we collect the information by platform and we feedback them, and we can help them to make more secure product. And finally, update is very important. Security update. So for example, it could be possible to make an automated security update. Our vision is to share our knowledge, our technique to others. And hopefully, we lead the industry for IoT home security. At the last, I I'd like to introduce our visualization system. Because we think visualization is very important because it makes it easier for developers and executives to understand what is happening on our product. So we have two types of visualization system. The first one is focusing on our physical honeypot. You can see the attack is coming from the internet to our each devices. And some signs are rotating near the device. The faster rotation means the device is facing a lot of attack, being attacked right now. On the other hand, slower rotation means this device is not being attacked so often. The other visualization, we have world map. So you can see which country the attack is coming from to our observation point, Japan and Taiwan. And the colors of each arrow mean it shows protocol type, web or UPnP, SMB, Telnet, for example. And we deploy our physical honeypot in our showroom. We call this room showroom. And so people who visit this room can easily imagine how often our products are being attacked.
Okay, you can see the red light over there. When you flash the red light, which means somebody is knocking the door, I mean they are trying to do something to IoT devices. So this is a real time. You can see it's not flashing yet, but this is going to be flashed every time. Yeah. No flashing? Oh yeah, it's flashing. Yeah. Flashing means that. Yeah. So maybe your home, if you have IoT devices, everybody trying to do something. So please update it or to use the Wi-Fi router to be secure so that you can be safely used. So this is our talk. If you have a question, we're going to take it. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
So you said that you have to be sort of cost aware when you're planning product security because how much you can spend on security for the product is related to how much the product earns effectively. But you also said you wanted to establish an update mechanism so you can deploy security updates more easily, and they seem possibly in conflict because once you've sold the product, the ability to generate revenue from it is limited. So I'm just curious how you see those two sort of contradicting things, and whether Panasonic has, what sort of commitments Panasonic has to updating IoT devices, for the long term. People are putting them in their home for a long time, and so it's a bit of a rambly question. I apologize for that. So,
okay, so you're saying that maybe this project costs a lot of money. I'm saying that I need to save the money. Is that correct answer?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Oh, okay. So actually, this is a cost right now, certain amount of money. But the thing is, the first 2 years, maybe it costs the money. After that, they automatically collect and automatically check the malware and automatically put into our all devices to protect. So in the very near future, it cost going to be lower. Is that the answer? All right, thank you so much.
Hi. Do you know any regulation in Japan or another country in the world that force the manufacturers to develop this kind of security programs?
Oh, you mean honeypot?
No, regulations.
Regulation for what?
For the manufacturers to have a security program to scan vulnerabilities and patch before they release to the market.
You mean forcing our customer to update it? No,
the companies.
the company.
Like you, like the companies that they produce some IoT devices. Then before they release to the market, then they need to scan the vulnerabilities and do this process that you are doing now.
In Japan right now is prohibited. I mean, if you scanning other people's devices, is illegal in Japan.
No, sorry. My question is about the regulations or the country regulations. Japan government force you to have a program to scan vulnerabilities in your devices before shipment?
Before shipment?
Yes.
Who did it? Me? Us? Panasonic scanning?
The Japan government.
Japan government, yes. So that's why I'm saying that the regulation, they changed the law for 5 years to allow the scanning, but only they have the condition that they tell us which IP address from, how long, the range or something. So this is legal in 5 years in Japanese government, yes, but not us. Only they can do.
Thank you very much. Very interesting conversations. Majority of the presentation was mostly focused about doing security vulnerability scanning just before you're actually taking a product to delivery. Is Panasonic or any other vendors in your area actually focusing on secure by design rather than adding security before implementing or shipping the actual product?
Can you answer? It's very hard. Yeah.
So the question is, what kind of activity we are doing before shipment? Is that your question or no?
Yeah, so most of your talk was mostly focused about checking for vulnerabilities or adding the security element post-development, so before production, so before it gets shipped. I was just asking, is Panasonic also looking into building security before creating the chips, before creating the application? So, security by design rather than vulnerability checking.
Oh yeah, we do. Yes, of course we have to. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
Sorry. Yeah.
I think the time's up now.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you.